What's up, y'all? Back with some more Dragon Ball FighterZ. In this video, I want to talk about base Goku's Kaioken move. Now, a couple days ago, I put out a combo video for base Goku that's been doing very well. I appreciate you guys watching it, maybe over and over again, sharing it with folks. I'm glad you appreciate it, but I personally felt like the Kaioken deserved a separate video because it is not the most complicated thing in the world, but there are some ins and outs of it that need some explaining. So this is how everything works, the ins and outs, how you want to be using it, and what not to be doing with it as well. But first I want to go over the basics. So in the move list, we obviously have Kaioken, then Kaioken Finisher, times 3 Kaioken Kamehameha, and times 20 Kaioken Kamehameha. The Kaioken is pretty much a super that lets you do successive attacks after its animation, and it gets stronger the less teammates you have left. So when 2 of your teammates are still alive and you use the Kaioken Super, you'll be in its base form and up to 3 successive attacks can be done. When you have 1 teammate left, you'll be in times 3 Kaioken and you can do up to 5 successive attacks. And when there are no teammates left, it's just you, base Goku by yourself, you'll be in times 20 Kaioken when you use the Super and you can do up to 7 successive attacks. Now the options you have for those attacks depend on what button you push, and there's actually 7 different options available. So there's 2 light attacks, 2 medium attacks, 2 special attacks, and 1 heavy. Now what I'm showing you right now is what happens if you press no attack button at all. You just do the raw super by itself, and that's what he comes out with. It's a version of the light attack that he'll come out with, but that's not exactly what you want to do. You want to be in control of what you're doing with these attacks, so you want to press an attack button right when those arms go down, right there where you see in the Kaioken animation. When his arms are going down right there, you want to make sure you press the button you want to start off with. So you've seen the move list to the side, that right when those arms are going down, I'm pressing an attack button, the one that I want to start the Kaioken combo off with. And those are really important. I'll get into why as far as details of different damages, and just you want to pretty much optimize it and do exactly what you can at the right moment. Now these are the 7 attacks, starting off with a normal light attack for 700 damage. It hits full screen and is also the default attack if you press no button at all. Next is the crouching light attack, which hits overhead for 700 damage. Next is the medium attack, which can switch sides, which is pretty interesting if you want to just mix people up. Next is the crouching medium, which hits low and full screen for 700 damage. Next is the special attack, which is a full screen ki blast for 800 damage, and it's actually what you want to start off with at the beginning of your Kaioken combo at the end of mid-screen combo. It's really easy to confirm. Next is the crouching special attack for another 800 damage. It's upwards and is also a great ender for the end of your Kaioken combo. And last but not least is the heavy attack, which is a nice 900 damage, but it's a slow command grab. The grab is nice, but it's pretty slow. Now what happens when you press either light or medium attack twice is you'll do the other version of that attack specifically. So you'll have the normal attack and then the crouching version of that attack when you press the same button twice. It's much easier to do it that way within combos. I like to do it that way so you don't have to press crouching, which you have to do with special attack. Special, if you press special attack twice, it actually won't give you the upwards angled crouching version. You actually have to do that one manually for whatever reason. And even when you do it manually, the special attack buttons don't combo into each other, so you're gonna have to put an attack button in the middle of them, just like I did on the screen there with the light attack. That's pretty much the only way you can get both those special attacks in the same Kaioken combo. Now the next thing I want to talk about are super enders to these Kaioken combos. It does get a little deeper. There are enders that you can do. That's the Kaioken Finisher we saw in the move list, and you can do that. The first one I want to show you at least with LM, aka the Dragon Rush button, and you can do this at any time. It is an attack on its own, but of course you want to do it at the end because it will end your combo when you actually push it. It's 3 attacks automatically by itself, 3 attacks for good damage, but like I did say earlier, you can use it as an individual attack if you wanted to. It's just not optimal. Like you see as I did there on the screen, I pressed it before the default attack came out. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is the other ender, which you can do with HS only when you're in times 3 Kaioken or times 20 Kaioken. Only. This is the only time you can access it, and it costs another bar of super meter. So you're going to have another bar to use, and that's with HS, aka the Dragon Rush button. And there is a difference between them, with the times 3 version being a little bit more upwards angled and the times 20 version being more straightforward, horizontal, and also doing a bit more damage. But they both look cool as shit. I like both of them. It is my favorite ender versus the LM version, which is cool too, but the HS having that Kamehameha come out is really cool. And then also, as I'm showing right here on the screen, it is an individual attack just like the LM version. You can do it separately if you wanted to. It's just not optimal, just like I said a little bit earlier. Important to note is that LM can cancel into HS after the first hit. So that first hit of LM, as long as you're in times 3 Kaioken or times 20 Kaioken and have an extra bar meter, cancel that LM first hit into HS for optimal damage. Now speaking of damage, when you're doing these Kaioken combos, pressing repeat attacks like this, like light, into the two enders is not what you want to be doing. Repeat attacks will scale your Kaioken combo really hard. You will not be getting the damage that you want to, so you want to make sure that you're mixing it up and doing unique attacks that you haven't used yet in your Kaioken combo. As you see here, I did all lights into a regular ender for 2600 damage, but in the next one, as you see, I started off with a special attack because I knew it does more damage, then light, medium into the ender for 2830 damage. You gotta remember these different attack buttons have different damage values, and not only is S stronger than L and M, but it also comes out really quick, so it's a really good starter when you're trying to end your combos with this Kaioken Super. So to go over these damage differences, I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys the blueprint. As you see here, LLMM crouching S into ender is 2760 damage. Not bad. You didn't use any repeat attacks. You got an S in there for some 800 damage, all that, right? But I start off with a special attack into LLMM. All I did was put the S from the top to the bottom for the ender 2830 damage. So as you see, you gotta structure these things correctly. Now, put those two things together, you know we could take off one of those M's because L and M do the same damage. Take off one of those M's, put that crouching S at the end there for two S's, 2860 damage. So that's really what you want to be thinking about, is not using any unique attacks and putting in the stronger attacks as much as you can without repeating yourself. Now you would think I could start off with H, because H does 900 damage, the strongest starter, right? Not so. I don't know why, but it scales kind of weird. You don't really get that much damage out of it compared to if you don't use it as a starter. 2375 damage. We did much more without that H in there. But what you can do is you can use H in the corner. Corner, it works. LSHM crouching S, 2960 damage. So that's what you want to be doing if you're in the corner. Remember, you can do it in the corner, but not really mid-screen. Basically, because it is a slow command grab, it makes it really tough to connect it, unless maybe you were to figure something out with an assist. Now, these last two examples are me just showing you optimal versions of corner combos with the ×20 Kaioken, one with the Kamehameha Ender and one without the Kamehameha Ender. And then that's going to be it. I know this was a lot, but I hope it helped. Kaioken has some details to it, some ins and outs, but I hope this helped you guys out a lot. And that is going to be it for the video. I do hope you enjoyed it. If you did, feel free to like it and subscribe to the channel. There's always much more content on the way, and I'll see y'all later.